Hello, everybody. Welcome to Flyers Alley, brought to you by Old City Sports Network and sponsored by Sterling Pig Brewery out of Media, Pennsylvania. Go to www.sterlingpig.com and go to their location in Media. There's one in Westchester. Check out their operation. They got some good stuff over there. Get ready to pick up our December haul this Thursday. Scotty Longwood's going to go pick it up. So, yeah, we got that going on. What's going on, man? How's your weekend? How's your week been?
Counting down the days till my week off till Christmas.
Me too. Oh my God, me too.
I just got to go through a week of hell, and then it's in the clearing.
That's exactly what I'm doing, and it is not going as planned.
It's going extra worse for you since you're under the weather.
Yeah, dude, it's been nuts. Like I the past 2 months, no bullshit. The entire house has been slammed with everything under the sun, and now. I dodged it for 2 months, and then now it's like
some daycare centers, man.
I know, and I mean,
I'm never gonna know.
It's like a more. I know you're not. I've been striving to figure that out, to get that under the hood here.
Just got to sell drugs to kids, and then you make enough money to where the old lady doesn't have to leave.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Never good at that. Yeah, it's been rough. I mean, I haven't been diagnosed the flu, but I mean, it's rough, dude. I was cool. Like after 24 hours, I thought I was through it, and then literally, Lynn's went to go pick up groceries, and it was just like, boom. It's like, we already got 2 comments here. Lovely. Bro, it's so early in the show. Yes, yes. XXX18.online. Find your love here.
All right, let's click.
Cool stuff. Let's just block this person real quick. There we go. And we got Steve Roth coming in. Can I join you all? Not this week, fella. Sorry, it's not going to be a long one, but we'll set it up for sure. Thomas McGuire, find your love. Don't find any love here, whoever that was. Tom, you understand what's going on. It's insane. I love the YouTube love though, and that counts as a view, so I'll take it. But
why not?
Yeah. So before we jump into this bad boy, make sure you go like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Flyers Alley, on Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1, and Instagram at Flyers Alley, YouTube as well. Go to just type in Old City Sports Network; it'll pop up. We were going to just stream to that, but it wasn't doing it enough for me, so we'll just do all of them. Made a big stink about that, but that's what I do, so I don't give a shit. Let's get into some alley talk. Yeah. Cool. So Alley Talk is brought to you by Fanatics. Make sure you go to the description. Use the link for Flyers Alley. I think it's like some crazy thing. It's at the bottom here. /Alley. And use promo code Tinsel for 65% off site wide. I mean, it's the holiday season. Come on. I mean, you can go get your like $12 pencil there. Get some 65% off and pay I guess 50 cents. I don't know.
Well, if you get a jersey, most jerseys there, I think it was listed $90 with the promo code. So I mean, if you're looking for an easy gift to get somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I banned him, buddy. Thanks for the lookout. Yeah, you got to go there for your jerseys. I actually saw an Allison jersey there not that long ago. I get that bitch down to $35 for 65% off. I mean, anyway, yeah. So we got the Flyers lose against the Devils. We didn't cover this because we did it on that Thursday last week. So this does fit into the criteria. Lose to the Devils 3-2 in regulation. You got Connect. No one scoring in the first period. Got Konechny assisted by Noah Cates and Kevin Hayes. In the third period, you got Lucas Sedlak, assisted by Travis Sanheim and Tony D'Angelo. I'll be honest with you, and I am accepting this as an answer this week. I did not watch any of the games. I've been sick, so understood if you didn't either. And Rachel is not with us. She had some personal issues, so that's acceptable too. If she's out there listening, chime in. But what do you got on this game?
I didn't really watch that game. I watched the following game. It was the Devils versus somebody, and somebody laid out Miles Wood, so it was great. So I can't remember that far back.
Well, I mean, this game, it's like a week ago, but it feels like a month.
It does.
With this game, I mean, especially because we did an episode like the day before, so it feels
yeah.
This I don't think any of us had this chimed in to win this game. The Devils have been on a tear. I mean, Jack Hughes has completely finally activated himself as a pro hockey player.
Until he gets hurt.
Yeah, if he gets hurt. I don't know if you saw our buddy, and I do. Remind me for final thought to reveal who the lineup of people we're going to have on our show soon.
Okay.
It's a good one. Or they're good ones. There's about 3 of them. Luke Shen lays out Jurag Slavkovsky.
Oh, yeah.
And he's big. So, I mean, maybe some people have more, respect for Jack Hughes because he's a small guy. So, hopefully, I didn't like him at the beginning, but I can get used to some Jack Hughes. Doesn't matter. I mean,
he has the talent. It's just being healthy.
Yeah, because he's a small guy. So I mean, one ding from a big dude. It's.
Could you imagine if he got hammered behind the net by Luke Shen?
Dude, that hit was, well, that's the crazy thing. There were a couple, and we're gonna bring them up on center ice. I don't know when we're gonna do that this week, but we're definitely gonna bring the hits up. There were some pretty serious hits this past week, and that was one of them that was in question. And I just didn't see why that was in question because he didn't have the puck the second he touched him.
Yeah, but you have there's that gray period. It's 3 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then if you get hit after that.
1.5.
Yeah, he just played the puck, and then just keep your head up, kid. You're along the boards. You're 200-some pounds. I mean, you're a big guy. You're playing with fucking grown-ass men.
I think the one I control the Twitter for that one. The one that was cool was the Jacob Trouba hit. I still think was okay, especially because people were saying that it was charging. And I think it was the charging penalty. If you take more than one stride, it counts as charging or some such. I forget what it was.
He was gliding at that time.
He made like one push with his left foot.
And then he glided into the hit. That was a clean hit.
Said he came off the skates. It's basic physics. Two forceful objects hit each other. They're going to go up. It's just come on, graduate. Coming from me. Anyway, that's a loss in regulation. That brings us to Colorado, and this is a serious one. I did a
shocker.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because they beat the Avalanche 5-3, and our fantasy mine is like taking me and Dan Bradley are going at it right now. It's actually really, really close, but I had Lincoln in or I don't remember
that's close enough to it.
McKinnon, I got some Avs on mine, and you can definitely feel the heat. But it worked out for the Flyers because they took advantage of the Avs being handicapped.
So are we. So
don't
want to hear that excuse from any other team.
They're getting used to being handicapped at this point, which is cool. Still a little weird about the whole Cam Atkinson not being back thing yet. So. Can't say that's close to happening because there's nothing leading to that. So actually, I asked Jay Rosehill about that on our interview, and he said he couldn't point the finger, and then I kind of said, no, he's kind of skating with the team in Columbus, which is kind of weird, and he's kind of like, oh, I didn't know. It's weird. But back to the Avs game. They took advantage of them being handicapped, and I think they did score on the Avalanche being caught in the middle of a line change, them changing lines real slow. But but yeah, I think Torch said that they didn't let their foot off the gas. They just got caught in the third period with some bad plays, and I think actually, and I quote, he categorized them as, and I quote, needless plays and not feeling comfortable with a lead, which he said that there will be the videos that are looked at to obviously make that better. But just to go to the box, I mean, you got Sanheim scoring, assisted by Lawton and McEwen in the first. Lizinski, which was it was a dirty goal, but I like it. Assisted by Farabee and Patrick Brown. Then in the second, you have TDA assisted by Morgan Frost and Hayes. And then I don't know if you saw this goal. I would suggest going to check it out. The Owen Tippett assisted by Lawton and Provorov. And then the Konechny goal with Hayes and Sanheim in the third. But yeah, what do you got on this one?
I was shocked, to be honest, that even just for us to get 5 goals. You know, we were struggling just to get 2 or 3. You know, we come out. I mean, yeah, was the 5th one an empty netter, right? I think so.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
So 4 goals.
Yeah. Konechny got it and was not happy about it. He definitely, even the announcer was like, oh, and Konechny scores, and someone tried to come up and like give him a stick tap, and he was shrugged it off. He wasn't happy about it. But I like that though, because it was in the middle of them. They scored in the last 2 minutes of the game. They scored a lot, and it was all defense. So I mean, like Torch said, it wasn't letting their foot off the gas. It was more like they just got caught. You know, I believe it was Patrick Brown turned it over, which that sucks. But I mean, yeah, they won the game.
The guy also didn't play hockey for a full year.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Back, I think it's his 3rd game back. So
I think something like that. Within 5 for sure.
Yeah.
You're never gonna hear me torch Patrick Brown. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
he fits he's in the club. But yeah, I like it, but I do like that some of the players weren't okay with the play towards the end, because I guess they knew it was coming. Like Torch was gonna light them up. So yeah, it's a win in regulation, which you want against a cup contender, or are they? We'll get into that on center ice. I don't know. It's a little I don't know. A little wish-washy. Anyway, then you got I was actually really upset about this one. The loss to the Capitals, 4-1. Hayes scored in the first, assisted by TK and Tony DeAngelo, and then the Capitals just took over. I mean, which is nuts, because they're struggling. Like, they are struggling, and their goalie is nothing to write home about.
No,
he's just not. Charlie Lindgren is just not. So I mean, it's up in the air. There was a thing that I think I'm leaving it for the Woodshed, the OV thing. I don't know how I feel about it, but yeah, this was just straight. I think I even wrote it down.
Well, Ovi could have put it in. He didn't have to fucking skate it all the way in and look over shoulder and then nonchalant backhand it. He didn't have to do that.
All right, well, we're having it in the Woodshed. Yeah.
Good on for the smallest guy on the team to fucking go after the heaviest guy on the Capitals.
Yeah, sure. Joel. That loss to the Capitals killed my. Oh.
That's why you never bet on your team. Never bet.
I don't know, dude. Did Joel during Pod Snipe Selly, he was the one that called that he should have put a bet on Tage Thompson having that hat trick.
He was just fucking.
He didn't do it though. I don't know if you can. I'm not a gambler.
Yeah, the newer apps, you can actually bet while the game's on.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know if you could actually put like a bet down on so this guy's gonna score a hat trick or not. But
yeah,
I'm in Delaware, so I'm not allowed to do anything. Just get cheap beer. Get cheap beer.
Cheap beer, cheap gas.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, gas is cheap. Everything else
No
is
sales tax.
I spent $10 on a 2-pack of chicken. Like I'll slowly go fuck myself. Fucking, I don't usually get into politics, but someone's in trouble. Just saying. Anyway, but yeah, this game defense just didn't show up. Plain and simple. Usually, and you know that it's the defense. Like I said, I didn't even watch the game, and before I watched the game, I wrote down that the defense didn't show up because I know that usually they take the passing lanes away from Ovi. They usually cover Ovi, and who usually covers Ovi?
Usually Sean Couturier.
So I knew it, and here I watched the recap, and that's exactly what happened. They danced all over us, and they shouldn't because they have people hurt too. So I mean, it's just absolute shit. So they should have bet on that one. We'll get into the Ovi thing. I hope Joel's still sticking around by then. And then the Flyers versus the Golden Knights. Now I was a little torn up about this one just because I didn't know.
A late game too.
Yeah, and I wasn't watching this one, dude. I came home from work and died early on Thursday or Friday. I thought I was gonna die. I watched the recap. It was pretty even. It's great. The first 2 goals of the game. The first one was I'm not going to get into it. It was a Carrier. Let's decide on which one we're doing. Unassisted, and then Scott Lawton scores unassisted in the second. But Marchessault scores in OT for them to win. And my problem here is that, and this is another thing that we're going to have in what was it? The Woodshed. Is the Hayes pass with the unfortunate turnover is one thing, and it's not even that problem. It's the fact that it's another example of Hart can't make a save in a breakaway. So like we're big here on holding everybody accountable. I just hope that in that locker room, it's not just Hayes, and we're gonna bring it up during the Woodshed. But like, my thing is, you got to make that save. Like, why is he not making the save? He can make these, extraordinary saves during regular play, but he can't. A breakaway happens, and it's like he might as well get the fuck out of the net. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, and it's, I'll be the one to say it. I'm not dying on hills or anything like that. We're not doing anything like that. Hacksaw Ridge here. I feel like it's about to be after I say this, but like, can't really be the generational goalie if you can't save fucking breakaways and shootout goals. He may be young and that's fine, but you got to start trending in the right direction to be that guy. Now, before I get torched and all that, because I'm going to clip this and I'm going to put it on Twitter because I don't give a shit what people think. Carey Price, very, very has been the goalie for Montreal through bad times, through good times, all that. He's still a great goalie. You got to give Carter Hart the time, but I feel like this is something that people learn when they first start playing hockey. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like kids start fucking around with the shootouts because it's the fun thing to do one-on-one with your buddy. I did it with Adam Costa. We did it in front of my house on Vernon Avenue. He was always fucking Yamir Yager. He always put the stick between his legs and rode it like a horse with the trash can. All I'm saying is you got to start somewhere and you got to save these fucking goals, dude. It's getting ridiculous. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Your thoughts here? Sorry for the rain.
No, I mean, you're right. He does got to make at least a better effort. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking, but
if you
put
what
it is at this point with him.
If you put the numbers up against him to shoot out and breakaway saves opposed to goals, I'm sure it's going to go not in his favor. And that's ridiculous. And, it's starting to be a little bit – it's kind of like the drafts. Every draft comes up, it's a deep draft, but they're not. Like, they're just not.
They say that to get people to watch it.
Right. Well, they also say, because it's our team, this is this. And, of course, other players, like, Danny Briere and all the other the former goalies that he's the guy, all that. Of course who's gonna fucking torch him? Just saying. Just saying.
I mean, like I was bringing up, you look at Gibson over in Anaheim. Mm-hmm. He's got a garbage team around him, and I think he's an elite goaltender. His stats might not show it, but he could save at least a breakaway one or two.
But it's good. Here's my thing. I love to think into the future. I literally do it with everything I do. That's why I don't leave my house. That's why I have duct tape on my fucking basement windows in case like a fucking nuke hits my house. Well, not my house, but
fall out.
That's why the beer's in the fridge. Just saying.
There you go. Just saying.
But yeah, I like to think into the future with, say we get this successful team that everybody's buying into, and the torch thing works, and that's fine, and we get this great team. Now we're stuck with Carter Hart, who can't save shootout goals or breakaways. Now, obviously, they shouldn't happen, but isn't that something that should be in his repertoire of talents as a franchise goalie?
Yeah, he should be better at it.
It's getting awfully quiet out there. I see the comments stopped.
So,
you guys all right? Say.
Anyway. Yeah, he should be a little bit better, but
I told you I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah. I mean, he did play what's this? That's his third game in a row.
I didn't see. Like I said, and don't torch me. I watched the recaps. I didn't see Sandstrom in the net once during any of these recaps. I didn't watch the recap for the Devils.
I mean, yeah, there was breaks in between games, but
I'll give it to him. But but at the same time, like this was happening when he was getting breaks. So I mean,
yeah,
this happens when he had Elliott. So I mean, I'm just not gonna just let him off. I mean, that's all. That's You got anything else on that? I'm ready to die.
Well, a couple beat writers in the Philadelphia area I saw that watched this game, they're also saying that the officiating was completely lopsided also in this game against
really?
The Golden Knights. Yeah. I believe the Golden Knights had 3 or 4 power plays to the Flyers 0. I'm not sure if that's 100%, but if they wrote it, it's probably closer to being true. But there was an easy call that could have been made. I believe it was in the third to put the Flyers on the power play. Mm-hmm. Ref looked at it and just didn't call it. And then some bullshit happened down at the other end, and then we get called.
Yeah.
So again, I don't like to keep bringing up officiating's against us or anything. I think they should be held accountable for it. At least something, get a fine.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, because I thought we said something the other night or last week or the week before about how they should because there was a penalty. I remember what it was. Zach McEwen took a penalty that he high sticked somebody, and it was actually the opposite team's player behind him that actually high sticked his own teammate that was in front of McEwen, and it was a penalty, and they let it go. I think the Torts and the coaches in the NHL should be able to challenge the referee's call.
Yeah,
just like they challenge goals and offsides, they should be able to challenge referees officiating, because that was and then they play it back, and you see plain as day that McEwen didn't do anything, or whoever in the play. It happens all the time. Yeah, I could easily find at least 10 of them. They should be able to do that. I agree with you 100%. Oh, Skylar Walker chimes in for the first time. Just like the Capitals when Ovi scored the OT winner, clearly too many men on the ice. Their players that made too many men on the ice set up the winner seconds later. Winner, chicken dinner. Look at that. I didn't even have to go anywhere.
I have a feeling that it's with that game in particular, because Ovi's chasing down Gretzky's goal scoring. Yeah. I think the refs kind of
fuck that. Fuck that. I say, if
it happened the other way, if another player that wasn't chasing no goal scoring race or anything, I'm sure they would have been whistled.
Yeah. This is plain as day. Look how quick that response was. I like that.
Mhm.
That's actually the kid that runs Flyers Insider from Canada. Me and him are getting pretty tight now since Frankie James isn't part of them anymore. Fraud. Anyway,
I
he's
think I
not that way.
mentioned that name.
I'm sorry.
Shut the f up.
There you go.
Oh, he just sent me a picture. He just sent me a picture. Oh my god, he sent me a picture. Skylar, sorry, not Tyler. Whoa, yo. Whoa, dude. Buddy, put that up. I'll back you up on it. That's controversial. I love it. Let's jump into Gritty Look Ahead. I like that. That was deep. That's probably one of the best rants we've ever had. Gritty Look Ahead. Yeah, probably not.
That may be one of your best ones. I like my Drew one.
That was documented. I think that one was too long. I'd have to clip it in a couple years. Was perfect. it was a straight kidney jab at the end. I gotta get that sound clip. I'm sorry, I forgot all about that. I've been dying.
Sorry, you're sick.
I'll get it. No way. I was actually gonna come down here early and get some new sound clips, but I'll wait. Gritty Look Ahead is brought to you by Righteous Felon Jerky. Go to www.righteousfelon.com. Use promo code OCSN for 15% off your jerky contraband. I don't know if he listens to it, but I don't think he cares. I got the old man box, bro. He doesn't listen to fucking podcast. I wish he did.
No.
If you imagine my dad on a podcast, he'd be like Frank. You imagine him and Frank by
He's just like Frank.
Dude. We get
alone if you put a couple of beers in front of them guys. Oh, we'd be canceled.
Shit he does. Oh my god,
we'd be canceled.
We'd be canceled immediately, but it'd be funny as shit, and everyone would remember us. Anyway, with that being said, we got the Yotes tonight. I might watch that. I might be alive.
What time? 7
o'clock. Eastern time. PM. Yeah.
I'm gonna sure I'll be awake.
You fucking you might not. Once that kid gets on you, dude, it's a wrap.
Now he's going through sleep regression, so he'll sleep an hour, wake back up. Sleep a half hour, wake back up. Oh, last week I forgot to. Sorry, this is daddy talk. My wife tells me this little guy. He wakes up, crawls out of our mattress that we have in the living room. You know, it's on the floor. It's not like a full bed.
Yeah.
Goes over and starts playing in the pitch black with his toys. I'm like, I told my wife, I'm like, he's probably playing with a fucking ghost. So now, yeah. So now she's like, great. Now I got to think about that every time I'm sleeping down here. I mean, our house is old as fuck. It's 115 years old.
Marcus Hawk, dude. I mean, everything's fucking haunted down there, dude. Blackbeard's fucking around at night, you know?
Blackbeard, the radiation, the hood rats, you know.
That's why, dude. That's why I think. Anyway, yeah, you know, that's funny. You said the mattress, dude. Whenever we get sick and shit, like we just blow an air mattress up and throw it in the living room, and everybody just gets on the. Well, I just lay in the bed, but me and the dogs hit the bed. But yeah, the dude, don't be above the air mattress in the living room during the holidays when everyone's sick, dude. Everybody parents differently.
I know.
That must be a Delco thing. Because I know a lot of people that do it.
And the thing is, we went one step above an air mattress. We actually got a full like bed mattress. It's a full size, so it's smaller, so I can pick it up and move it. Yeah. It's got a bed sheet. It's got a baby bumper on it, so he can't roll over. So he actually has to pick himself up, crawl over the thing like an army man.
I think Sam knows. She was on that bad boy. Black Friday when you were at the game. We never got your opinion on that. I'm gonna ask you. What's it called? Write that down too. For
final thought. Gotcha. It's a couple of weeks off, but
stop. It is. It is. Whatever. Yeah. So, your thoughts on Flyers versus the Coyotes? I'm gonna come right out and say they're gonna lose. Flyers gonna lose.
I don't know. We've been playing with a set on us, so I mean, but
They got this kid Liam O'Brien. Do you know anything about him?
no, he's a banger.
He looks like you. He's a banger. I don't know how successful he is. John Scott likes him.
So he must be like 6'something", 6'8".
He's a big boy. He looks like you with long hair, long red hair, long red beard. But I've seen him a couple times. He throws some bombs, but doesn't really connect. Deloria will fucking own him, but I mean, he's. That's why they're kind of playing, the way they are. They're actually really close with us. Actually,
the goaltending's been actually pretty good too that I've seen.
Well, their record is so our record is 9-13-6. Theirs is 8-13-4. So they're even with us, but I feel like this is going to be a game that the Flyers will think that they own and play back, and think that they're gonna whirlwind this team, and they got some good players like Clayton Keller. So he's an absolute beauty. Chikrin's still down there. I mean,
is he playing or is he still hurt?
I don't know. Well, I actually have a lineup right here. Let's see.
Last I saw, he was still hurt, but he was looking for trade to get the fuck
Bastian's
out.
hurt, and Dyson Mayo's hurt. Chikrin's in. He's teamed up with or paired up with Ghost. I totally forgot he was on.
So they're going to put 2 offensive defensemen on one line.
They don't really have too many options down there, boy.
Oh yeah. What's funny is Ghost is doing fucking phenomenal with them.
This guy Josh Brown on defense is literally keeping me in fantasy. Dude.
I was gonna say you picked him up.
Yeah, a lot of I was listening to my boy John Scott. They did like a couple episodes ago, like one of those fantasy reports, and I was like, who?
Yeah.
I looked, I was like, what the? How is this guy still available? I was like,
because he's with Arizona.
Yeah,
there was a couple of good players also that was on the Sharks that they're the Sharks, so they kind of suck.
Carlson's he's having a finally.
Yeah, he resurrect his career.
That's cool. Well, I mean, he's got a good reason, so we won't get into that. We're with parents, I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good game. I think I might watch this one. 7:00. Yeah, I'm not. Charlotte's got a dance recital tonight. We're not going to. Me and Kenzie are staying home because now she's sick again. Cool. I had 105 fever the other night. I was at the hospital. Fucking crazy.
Did you eat any of that spicy jerky?
I was just chilling on my couch. I was like, what the fuck are you
should ate some of that jerky, man.
Yeah.
Clean the sinuses out,
115. Yeah, real cool. Say like your brain starts melting. I'm like, well, no wonder why I'm all right.
A little bit.
I guess.
Just the fluid in there. Be all right.
A lot of nothing in there. A lot of hockey. That's about it. A lot of beer. I haven't had a beer in a while. Mind you.
Don't do it.
Oh, I'm not. I'm good. Let's see. So I'm going to say that I'll retract my statement. A very even match game. Skylar, if you're out there, hey, what you have to say too? Let's see. Who else we got? Tom McGuire, Steve Roth, Joel, if you're still with us. What do you guys think of this? I know Joel does a lot of betting, so what are you going to do, brother? Because this is really like the battle of the fucking horrible teams now.
Yeah, this bet I would just stay away from, just because they're both horribly playing teams. I mean, I still think the Flyers have a little bit more skill. I think TK's better than Keller.
That's debatable. Keller is literally on. Well, that's not. That's hey, you're kind of right. You're kind of right.
When TK is actually playing and he's not just floating around, TK's better.
Yeah.
Especially now under Tortorella, I think he's like, he's got his fucking junk stuck in the zipper and he's playing with an attitude.
Junk.
I cleaned it up.
Yes. I'm not even gonna say anything. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this could be a This is interesting that you said because it is like two bad teams going at it, which is funny because it's the other end of the spectrum. Like usually when two good teams are going at, you kind of stay away from it, and then like bet on like kind of the in between games, and then there's this game that's like at the bottom of the barrel, but is so like unpredictable. It could be hold on, let me see who's in goalie for Flyers.
It could go. It can be an easy
Felix Sandstrom
game, or it could go 5-5 overtime, and then point to whoever. It has one of those predictables.
I'm glad I put this other thing in the Woodshed too because I just don't understand it. But I'm not gonna say it yet. Sandstrom's in net, and I think that's good. I think that's good.
I mean, they're in. Are we at home or are we in Arizona?
Arizona.
So Sandstrom's going to feel like he's at home because it's in an AHL arena.
It's not even an AHL; it's a college arena. It's ASU, Arizona State. Did you see the fight that took place there, though, dude?
I shared it.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I did say to Joel that the Bruins fan was the one. No, it was the other dude that was fucking throwing bombs on that fucking Bruins fan, dude.
Yeah,
like,
fucking missed the guy and punched the chick in the head. Felt bad for her. She went over the chairs.
Holy shit. That was like a fucking.
The thing I don't get is the cop came down and he dove down and tackled the Boston guy. I'm like, the guy
you
just punched the woman's over here.
Dude. Bro. There wasn't no parts of that guy. Even the cop was like, no, dude. But when he hit that chick, literally, I was sick. I think, I was just coming out of the fucking coma. And I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And she fucking.
I don't know if it was one row or two rows that she bounced over, man.
Let me tell you something. So the guy wasn't wearing a Boston fucking jersey. We're getting off the rails, and I fucking love it. She wasn't wearing it, but the guy that was fucking teeing off on everyone wasn't wearing a Boston jersey. So clearly he was from fucking Arizona. I'm gonna just go on that. The chick, and this is what I'm saying. You cannot let those fucking campus kids go to that game because something tells me that had a lot to do with it. Because I'm telling you right now, I've been to baseball games, I've been to basketball games, I've been to college football games. I've been to college basketball games in fucking Louisiana. Like I've been to the vet, all the shit that happened at the vet. You cannot mix fucking kids drinking with fucking hockey fans, dude. It's a horrible idea. And I feel like that chick, she was standing up for a reason. Now I'm going to give her one or two reasons. Something got spilled on her, or she got pushed, or she got up with the mouth. And I think that she was just friendly fire.
She might have got up to get away from them because she was off to the side, and you saw the guy's punch go, miss.
Dude, he fucking raw. And I'm trying to help my guy out here, but like I just really he didn't mean to do it because you can see him throw his hands up. It was like, oh fuck, like fucking straight throwing uppercuts of righteousness. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, yeah, this is gonna be a good game. Let's watch this one tonight.
Hopefully they have a camera on the crowd. Let's just watch that.
I don't think they can help it. It's such a fucking small arena. I do want one of those mullets though. Do you not know about that?
No.
So I think they give out mullet because it's called Mullet Arena.
Oh.
So I think it was Biz from fucking Spittin' Chicklets. They had fucking mullets, like kind of like visors with a mullet on the back.
Okay.
And they were all wearing them and shit during some of their games. I would totally fucking rock that. I mean, I have like this. I look like retired Wolverine now. I take my half. Check this out. Retire Wolverine.
Yeah. I got the widow's peak on.
It's staying up on the sides here, but it's fucking nothing in the middle. Anyway, that's why we keep that K-Dips hat on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we got a rematch. And this is in Colorado for Flyers Avs on Tuesday at 9:00. These late games are just not getting watched. I'm sorry, it's just not. Next week, I have work on Monday, and then see ya. A lot of beer getting drank. This one, I do think I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. it's weird because they just beat them, but I think it all depends on who comes back on their roster. Because, like I said earlier, I think the Flyers took advantage completely of them having a lot of handicaps. I mean, their captain is one of my favorite captains in the game right now, Landeskog, which Dan Bradley, I appreciate taking him from me. He's been on IR all year. I need wins now. They're gonna make a tear and just make me look like an asshole.
Yeah, probably.
McKinnon's hurt now. That's crazy. He got ridiculous. My fantasy was a juggernaut. Now it's still a juggernaut.
You could still win it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be upset if I don't beat Dan Bradley. I'll tell you. He's got a good squad. Your thoughts on this one? What do you think? Win or lose?
I think it's going to be redemption for Avs. I think they'll end up pulling it out.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the right way to go. I mean, solely just for the point of they're not a bad team. Even if they have handicaps, they're not a bad team. I do appreciate the fact I did have Alex Newhook. I got him in the draft for the our fantasy league. He hasn't done shit all season, but this does show that, like, put on the right line, he can produce completely. And I hope the Avalanche appreciate that. But
just like Joyce last year, and then next, they trade him at the deadline to be cap friendly. And he got bounced over. Joyce, whatever.
I don't even know.
He got traded to Minnesota basically for them to get under the cap a little bit. And then I think he got waived and got picked up. I want to say Islanders, maybe? No.
Well, it's not the Flyers, so
no. Well, we can't. We're at the max contract.
That makes a lot of my tweets fucking shit. I've been a big fan of trying to get Brock Besser, but clearly we can't do that.
You can get that. You have to trade at least one contract to them to get him back in. So
I know who that is. Well, we won't get it. Well, I'll add that. But yeah, so take a look at this game, redemption game, maybe possibly for the Avalanche. And then that brings us to Thursday's game at 7 p.m. Eastern at the Prudential Center for the Flyers Devils game. I think the Flyers can pull this off. A little redemption game for them. I mean, the Devils are on a tear with the 21-5-1 record, but they beat the Avalanche. I mean, it's crazy if someone would say that they didn't think the Devils could go to the finals or even deep into the playoffs. I mean, they're doing great. Excuse me.
Are they doing great, or are they just playing
hot?
Yeah.
Or they're on a heater, as Jack Hughes would say.
So
a little bit of a heater.
I think we'll beat the Devils.
I think it's safe to say we could.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It also all depends on who's in net. So I think Torts is following the guidelines he should be by putting Hart in the games like this one that he should be in, and giving Hart off nights like tonight is a night off that he should have.
Yeah.
Because I'm not worried about – I was worried about – I've said previously I'm worried about Sandstrom's confidence. But at the same time, like I said earlier about Carey Price, like you're going to have off seasons. I don't think he's going to be the backup for Hart next year, but hopefully the Benetov thing comes through and that happens. But and Flyers can win this game. And that brings us to now. This is one that I'm 100% gonna die on this hill. Flyers versus the Rangers at MSG. The Flyers are winning this game. They're winning this game. The Rangers have been on absolute fraud watch, and they're going to be on fraud watch for a long time. Shesterkin's shit in the bed. Knock on wood. Trouba's throwing hits, which I agree with, but and also, I mean, like we brought up on Center Ice, not shameless plug. Draisaitl just knocking. I forget whose stick it was out of his hand. But It's open season on the Rangers. We have a lot of toughness. So fucking take advantage of that. Shameless fucking win. I don't believe in them. Take advantage of them. Throw a fucking stick in their spokes. I mean, it's just
Panarin doesn't like being hit. He doesn't like being roughed up.
Don't say that. Yeah, that went last time. Don't.
Well, you just
they got Gauthier and some other or Hathaway, whoever the fuck they have.
We'll match their fucking skill line with our fucking grinded out line.
Yep.
I mean, that's all we really got. The couple of the shooters that we do have, you can just bounce them up and down the line.
It's not a so it's. I think it was Jim Watson when we had him on. This isn't a friendly game, dude.
No,
this isn't a friendly game, and it shouldn't be anymore. I believe in baby steps of bringing the enforcers back 100%. They're fucking back. When we talked to Jay Rosehill earlier this week. Yeah, like the fighting's back, dude. It's back with a vengeance. Like, start bringing the fucking hatred back. This is craziness here. So I mean, yeah, you if someone's acting weird, send Delorier over to their bench and be like, hey, Zibanejad or Panarin. Yeah, you tell your fucking guys running around if you do that again, I'm coming to breaking your fucking leg. Yeah. End of story. Problem solved. I mean,
and I feel bad for Trouba because he's the only one that's really been sticking up for his team and trying to spark them. And
which is funny.
He could only do so much. His other guys got to pick up some of the slack too.
Describe the term that you just used in his situation, trying to spark his team up.
Throwing big hits.
I think I found a fan base that may be worse than the Flyers.
You got to throw the hits, which he does, and then when he has to answer the bell, like you normally have to do in the game when you lay somebody out, you fight. And after his fight, takes his fucking helmet off, throws it towards his fucking bench, saying, "Let's go, wake the fuck up." What a true captain should be.
They're torching him for trying to hype his team up. He's being torched for hyping his team up, for throwing it.
I'll take him here. Have JVR.
Let's go. I would give a lot for a Jacob Trouba, dude, to be throwing some out of. But and at the same time, the Flyers get caught on that shit anyway, so why not? You imagine, but we already have the Bash Brothers to begin with. Throwing his ass in there, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, New York fan base, shut the fuck up too. You're dumb. You're just dumb. What was it? They don't have a. It's really funny, and it's gonna be rant number 3. Kyle from the Broadway Hat podcast, the one that called me out about they have toughness because I said that they weren't going to trade Ryan Reeves because it would fucking literally turn their team upside down, which that's what happened. Fuck, I've been on a roll all fucking. I think I'm literally 15-0. I'm just saying, just maybe not that much, but I've been on a roll. And then they trade him. And the flip happens, but when I said that, they have this guy, and they have this guy, Barclay Goodrow is the guy that was named, and that Gauthier guy that choked Sanheim. He choked Sanheim
from behind, right?
That's literally like
came up from behind.
Yeah, that's literally like the fucking abominable snowman choking Gumby. Like. Did you choke fucking Zach McEwen? And did you choke Nick Delorier? Or even Nick Seeler? No, you didn't. You grabbed fucking Sanheim. 1. And 2, what's Goudreau doing? Who's he fighting? You better grab fucking Morgan Frost. Yo, bud. You were fucking wrong. I'll take my apology any day of the week. Just saying. The Flyers guy called your shit out. Look what's happening to your fucking team. End of rant. Move on to Beauty of the Week. All right, Beauty of the Week is brought to you by Neshaminy Creek Brewing, Sterling Pig Brewing, and Buffalo Bayou Brewing. go to our link in the description, or go to their links in our description. Click on their stuff. Buffalo Bayous in Texas. If you're down there, we do got some people down there listening. And the other two are in the greater Philadelphia area. So check them out. They got good stuff over there. I'm wearing one of their shirts, just saying. Got some cool looking stuff.
Yeah, Sterling Pig's got some good food over there.
Yeah.
Gotta check it out. Not so much today on race day.
We got like what's that called? Not home food. Home
cooked food.
I want to say that, but I don't think that's what I'm talking about. Comfort food. There we go. A lot of barbecue stuff. That's what I call comfort food. I don't know. Weird. So I don't know. Anyway.
Are you well?
No, I'm fucking not. So if anybody says anything to me about any of this episode, I'm like, dude, I had like 105 fever. Shut the fuck up. And don't say I'm not dedicated because I'm literally in my basement sweat. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm just saying. You see the glisten.
Yeah, you're all fucking hot and sweat. Look at that pit stain.
I know. It's just too much. Too much. You know,
we should get fucking fucking sponsor.
You shaving me for my business? I'm doing nothing. I'm literally in my basement.
So you're hot down there. I'm cold up here. I got the Richards jersey on.
I have my windows open earlier, dude.
And I'm wearing the fucking Sunday for the Bird shirt, so that doesn't really give heat.
Shameless plug. Yeah, so
Did
you got how many buttes of the week can you throw together? I know we didn't watch many of the games, but I don't even know if there were fights. I don't know anything.
TDA for one.
That's funny you bring that up. Okay.
I mean, I like the way he's been playing. I mean, yeah, he's had some very costly turnovers in some of the games, but I just like his attitude. He just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, he's a little guy. He still tried to run into the boards as best as he could. View of the week that's not on our team. Whoever laid the fuck out Miles Wood.
I'll find out who it was.
But
not right now. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's hard to find.
Well, it's not our team either.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, those Jersey Devils, their fucking jerseys now, the retro ones, remind me of the early days of Florida Panthers jerseys. The white, blue, gold, and red trim.
I still think the best ones are fucking Florida Panthers.
Yeah, the tropical ones, right?
Sick, dude.
That reminded me of the Atlanta Thrashers.
That's true. I enjoyed the Sharks one with the Seals stuff. I didn't know one else did. I fucking like that shit.
Yeah,
I like the Seals.
That's why I tagged you in it because you liked the Seals back in the day. Yeah. Well, you liked the way the jersey looked.
Yeah, I wasn't alive back then.
No,
I may have been. You never know.
With their painted white shoes or skates.
Skates, yes. There's actually a guy I was trying to get to play on that. I think it's Ernie Hickey. I tried to get him on Dusty Buttes back in the day, but very, very difficult to get guys from back then. But it's interesting. Our what is it? Hockey history of Philadelphia has to do with a guy that was back then, and we've talked to. So a friend of the show. We'll get to that. But you got any more? You go.
No, I just did the two.
Who was the TDA and who?
And whoever laid out Miles Wood.
That guy in the league. All right, that works. If we're going to do that, I mean, I'll do former Flyers. I'm a fan.
It's Beauty of the Week. It doesn't have to be us.
Well, if that's the case, then I mean,
you are the co-host of fucking Center Ice. Another niche plug.
Yeah. At Center Ice _OCSN. Anyway, I'm giving it if we're gonna do it that way, I'll give it to TDA as well. I love Tony DeAngelo. I love his play. I love everything he's doing. But outside of the Flyers, former Flyer Luke Shen. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There you go.
He went toe to toe with that kid Arbor Jakai. And it's funny that I sent the video to Rose Hill of Delorier and Jakai fighting. And he lost, but he's going to. But because he said that he had heard this kid was coming up and blah, blah, and he was like, yeah, okay, we'll see. Because you always hear that this kid's coming up and he's knocking out guys in the fucking AHL, the OHL, wherever he's from. And he comes out, fights the lawyer, he loses. Well, Luke Shen, who is easily he's a tough dude. It's not even just tough fighter, just he's a fucking brick wall, dude. So lays out fucking Jurag Slavkovsky from their new rookie. Drops the fuck out of him, which it's a clean hit. Sorry, it's a clean hit. And then Jakai tries to fight Luke Shen. Luke Shen just grabs him and puts him on the ground.
Put the baby in timeout.
He's putting baby in the corner. Yeah, get out of there. But Luke Shen. I love Luke Shen. I remember. I forget who it was. I forget. It was in the 2000s when I saw him fight for the first time. I was like, "Is that guy fucking throwing with his left?" I forget who it was. He killed someone. I don't have a Philly City top titty this week. I was not editing shit.
Cool.
And the sponsor, I mean, it was brought to you by Old City. So I mean, we don't need to do that because it's us. Let's jump into the yeah. I mean, we don't need to jump into the old where the hell the which. Oh, here we go. Jump into the Woodshed. I just have never made. Oh, there it is. Was that Lugaru?
Should have been.
Okay. I have them all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. The Woodshed is brought to you by Lugaru.co. Go to www.lugaru.co. Send Colin over a email for custom jerseys. Yeah, whatever you need over there, sports attire. He works with the ECHL and the AHL. He's got a couple contracts with them. Your Reading Royals. That's who does your Reading Royals. If you go onto their affiliates page, you will see us. So go check them out at lugaru.co. So I got this bad boy. And it's funny that you said what you were saying about TDA. He's being benched tonight.
He got benched
for Cam York.
Vegas night.
Yep. Right. For Cam York, he's a healthy scratch. Now, I want to hear what you have to say. Your opinion on why this is happening.
My opinion is Tortorella is showing everybody, I don't care who you are, how many points you put up. You keep turning the fucking puck over, no matter what zone you're in, you're going to get benched. And I also think TDA might need a couple of days break. Back when I was at the game on Black Friday, it looked like he took a puck right above his skate and below his shin. So it's like that real sensitive area by your ankle.
Yep.
And I mean, that was a little while ago, but his speed doesn't look like it's been back. So
I mean, it doesn't matter when, that shit fucking hurts. It's like skateboarding back in the day times 1,000. Yeah.
Much more worse than a skateboard. That's so frozen puck going minimum 80 miles an hour.
My skateboard went about. Let's focus this camera. What's going on here? Let's get
guy that goes down there fucking.
Yeah. Fuck this ghost. Right now, I'm not playing the game today.
What are your thoughts on the benching?
So, one of two things, maybe three things. I'm not going to number because I'm going to say a bunch of shit. We said a couple weeks ago that I think that try to find a way to word this. TDA is holding down the fort when it comes to him and Provorov. Like I said, I didn't watch it all this week, so I can't comment on that. So I'm guessing something substantial either happened, like you said, happened with TDA's play, whether he's hurt or he's turning over too much or whatever. Don't you think that? So you got Risto playing with Provorov, and you got Sealer playing with Cam York, and And Sanheim and Braun, I've always liked that pairing. I've always liked that.
I would switch that. I would put Sanheim and Risto, Braun back with Prove, because that chemistry worked great last year. That even got him traded. So
that's. I mean, regardless on what you do here, if you're trying to showcase what Cam York could do, I wouldn't put him with Nick Sealer, because I mean,
well, Sealer's more of a shutdown defenseman than Cam York is.
Yeah, but I wouldn't, and I guess this would be the game to do it in. I don't know. I just feel weird about scratching Tony DeAngelo unless he is like not hurt, but like needs a break. I'm more inclined to like that answer than I'm gonna scratch you because everyone needs to see that I'll scratch you if
Tortorella doesn't give a fuck. He's not like these other coaches.
Yeah, so do you scratch somebody and then look like he scratches TDA and is he scratching TDA to look at someone else and be like, you see that? Like, so who are you looking at?
No, it's just a clear-cut message through the whole lineup. You don't have to look at anybody after that.
But bringing York up, you even brought.
There's kids that want to take your job.
Yeah,
that are paid pennies on the dollar compared to what these other guys are being paid.
Yeah, but the organization. So I guess this has been like smoke and mirrors. To the real question is the franchise are the Flyers done with Zamula for the year?
With Zamula? God, I hope so.
Because
I was never a fan of his. To me, he looks like a fucking deer lost in headlights when he's on the ice. He doesn't like turning back into the. Nobody does, but you're a defenseman, so you got to be used to doing that, turning your back away from the play to shield the puck. And I just think because he could body people in the AHL a little bit better than the NHL.
Well, that does. I mean,
it's not much of a difference, but there is a difference.
Oh, there's tons of difference.
But
I put it in the lower loop.
Yeah, I just think
impossible. I put right in the middle. I don't want. There we go. That is better. Yeah. So the franchise said numerous times that they were high on Zamula, and I said the same because Sam covers the AHL and the Phantoms in spotlight. I never saw why. I think he's too. I think he's. This is gonna sound stupid. I think he's too tall, too skinny. And I just don't think that. I don't think the talent's there. And I get like being like, hey, so I think that I can be the guy that turns this guy into a good defenseman. I just have never seen it, and this isn't the first time that we've seen him. So I mean, I never thought that he was. There's other people down there. I thought one of them. I'm not even sure if he's a defenseman. I'm gonna throw his name out there. Was it Wyatt Wiley? Is he a defenseman?
Yeah, defenseman. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that kid. He's had some fucking nights under his belt. Like I don't understand why they haven't brought him. I mean, Sam told me one thing. I'm not gonna do that to you, Sam. I promise I won't do it to you. But I just don't. Here she is. See, Sam says he's too skinny. I like Zamula, but he needs work. Yeah, and I get it, but the guy that should be up here, and he should have started with the team was Cam York. Sam also says, and yet they have been scratching Wiley. Yeah, but we're not going to get into that, Sam. You put yourself out there. But Wiley should be. Actually, I think Wiley came before York did.
Yeah,
we covered Wiley when we first started 5 years ago.
Wiley was on the Phantoms a lot longer than I think even Zamula.
We've had him.
Cam York's a newer guy when it comes to pecking order, in my opinion.
Pecking order is how I feel as well. I'm just saying, there's a lot going on here, and maybe we'll bring Sam on and we'll talk about what's going on there. We'll bring some people into the fray here, and I don't know. I'm just saying. It started with TDA, but it doesn't end there. It's Zamula. So, moving on to fan complaints about Hayes. Justified. What's this? Sam says York came in at the end of the same season of Wiley, but I think Wiley was drafted before York. He was. Actually, I know he was. Because I think he was York was drafted the year after we started. And the year that we started, Wiley and I want to say like Legzinski were in the same year.
Yeah, he was.
And Noah Cates and Bobby Brink. Oh my God! If I just did that, I remember that because I hit up all our colleges to get them on our team. Only reason
Bobby Brink was the same year as York. I remember that. Because I think Bobby Brink we got in the second round.
We'll see. We'll do that. I'll do that because I want to back that up. Anyway, fans complain about Hayes being justified. So that should say complaints, but I'm just not here. The Hayes turnover against Vegas. Hayes turned it over in their zone. Marshall So comes, buries it. Hart. So now, like I was saying earlier, is this Hart or is this Hayes?
It's the team.
So it's both.
You got to put it on Hayes for dropping the puck there.
Well, he tried to pass it and passed it right to, I don't even. It was bad. It was bad. I should have clipped it, but I just couldn't fucking do it.
But he should know better. He's been in the league long enough. You don't.
In overtime too.
At that, yeah.
He wasn't out of your zone. He wasn't really deep in their zone either. He was like just over the line, like maybe like 2 strides over the line.
If you don't make a cross ice pass, if you know there's no protection behind you, in case of a situation like that happens, and
no, so I should explain it situationally. He 2 strides over the line, and there's a guy in front of him, opposing team, and then behind that guy was one of our guys, and he tried to pass it to the guy, one of our guys, and it just got picked. But like,
now who was behind Hayes though? Nobody was behind Hayes.
No one was behind Hayes.
So you don't want to.
Yep.
Give a chance up when there's no protection behind you. And Hayes isn't a fast guy. If Hayes had some speed, then it's.
He didn't even have enough time to turn around, dude. He didn't have enough time.
Yeah. So.
It's
on him.
I don't know.
They should draw up a better play maybe in overtime.
I don't know
who the coach. So
I don't know who the D-man was in overtime, but I didn't even think of that. I guess you got to kind of give it to him as well. He wasn't deep into the zone, so they should be holding the line. They should be staying on the line until he gets deeper. But
it was overtime, so you got all these moving parts to try to. I kind of see it now. So I just think it was probably just a bad play.
Yep.
You're trying to make something happen and didn't, just beat you in the ass.
Yep. I still personally do say that Hart needs to make that save. So I mean, you don't even have
better effort.
Well, my thing is like the simplest answer is usually the right one. Like, there's no one around you. There's no screen. There's no nothing. It's you one-on-one with the guy. So like,
but if you're a shooter though, you want that all day.
Yeah, but I mean,
just like John Scott's always talking about the shootouts practically unfair for the goaltenders.
Yep.
So
well, then the goaltenders should start getting used to that, no? Or adapted to the game.
Or just take it out and just keep doing a
I'm
team,
because
hockey is a team effort, not one-on-one situation.
I'm all for that coming out of the game completely.
So.
Also,
I would have liked to go into 4-on-4 first, and then 3-on-3. Dwindle down to 3-on-3, and then let it keep flowing after that. 5 minutes. Just leave it at 3 minutes.
Dude, the anticipation of that would be fucking awesome, dude. It would be so sick, and it would
give coaches a lot more chances to just throw shit together,
or have your 2 enforcers fight whoever wins.
Yeah, but
then you're gonna find teams that don't have any, and it's just like 2 girls fighting over a fucking tutu.
Or your fans, just pull out some of your fans. So crowd.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd be okay with that. There's some Canadian boys up there, man. Jesus Christ!
Hey, if the team doesn't have a fighter,
Winnipeg, dude. You can I name off some of the guys from like Riley Cote, Frank Bialowis, bro. I don't. Something tells me they're not the only ones.
No.
Fucking animals, dude. And my last one is this. That's why I wanted to save this one for last. The Ovies open net goal. Yay or nay? So is it poor sportsmanship or isn't it?
It was on the poor side. He could have rifled it in there way sooner than what he did. I just think Ovi's like, fuck you guys. This is what I do to you.
This is gonna be shocking to hear. I don't see anything wrong with it, and I will stand corrected if you can explain it, because like I watched it a couple times and was like, I don't. So was it because he backhanded it in, or is it because he didn't shoot it from far? He
could have shot it from that line in. The defenseman that was tailing him, not a threat. Like as you see, as he got all the way up, he did that look over his shoulder and then was just like back in. That's what set off TK so much, is like, dude, you didn't have to fucking do it like that. And kudos to fucking TK for fucking taking a chop at fucking Ovi. Ovi would have fucking ate that fucking guy. I think someone chopped him, and then TK was the one that met up with him. I think someone else was the one that chopped. Was it TK that chopped him? I thought it was TK that chopped him.
I might be wrong, but I thought it was. I thought when I heard the because I YouTubed the video. I didn't. It wasn't in like the condensed game or anything.
Right.
I YouTubed the video, and I could have sworn I heard the announcer say that Flyer chopped him, and then TK was the one that met up with him. I might be wrong, but regardless, two guys. But
regardless, TK is the one that went right up to him first. So I think that's why it was TK. He's like, "Fuck you, dude! Like, you don't have to fucking do it like that."
So what you're saying is taking a long shot, is better sportsmanship than going up and just like putting it in.
They're already winning 3-1 with less than 10 seconds left.
I'm just failing to see how that's disrespectful. I just don't know. I don't know.
It's the fact that he went all the way in with it
when he could have just finished it.
He could just pop.
So it's basically like you drug it out to shove it in our face when you could have just ended it. And that's it. Okay.
It's like being up 4-0, 4-1, and then deciding to call in 30-second timeout with 10 seconds left.
Got you. Well, then I say nay. So I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, I just really was like, what is wrong here? I was like, I know something's wrong, but like I just cannot fucking figure it out. But yeah, I didn't get that one. But
I mean, it's Ovechkin. That motherfucker can score goals sitting on his ass, which he has. So
he has, yeah. So is Owen Tippett.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the big players. I've been noticing that when I'm doing center ice. I'm just not a fan of the big guys.
Well, the small guys are more flashier,
Yeah.
I mean, we would have loved it if we had an Ovechkin. He's like not the biggest player. He's heavy, but he's the Russian fucking machine. He hits.
There are some games. It's crazy to say that there are some games that he just doesn't score in.
Mm-hmm. And he's like non-existent.
Yeah, but Capitals fans struggle with that, and we're like, can we just someone score?
We'll take them.
Yeah. Let's get into hockey history of Philadelphia. Hockey History of Philadelphia is brought to you by Row One. Go to www.row1brand.com. Use promo code OCSN15 for 15% off your site-wide artwork. Got a lot of cool stuff on there, but we got the artwork. I just ordered some stuff for the old man. I'm not going to tell him what it is. Watch, he probably would listen to this episode when I dropped what I was getting in for Christmas. Let me see what Jess is doing. So on this day, in 1969, good friend of the show, Andre Leroy, compiles the second hat trick of his NHL career as a Flyer. as the Flyers skate off with a 6-3 home win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is also notable for okay, I guess it just didn't give me everything it was supposed to. Yeah, it didn't give me everything. So I don't know why I like copy and paste. It just doesn't do what I tell it to do. Son of a bitch. Anyway, good on Andre Leroy, friend of the show. Yeah, I don't. It's not the day, I guess. Good on him. Played for that. That does bring me to when we get to final thought. There's a guy that played with him. It's gonna be that was on the Firebirds that we're gonna get on it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Let's get into Phantom Scoop. I just don't have one. Anyway, Fanscope is brought to you by Norse Beards. Go to www.norsebeards.com. Use promo code OCS for 25% off your Beardsman products. I recommend the Mirkwood. It's awesome. Smells like pine. It's good for the Christmas season. We all got beards here pretty much. Women don't have beards. That'd be kind of weird. Some women have beards. I don't know. Weirder things. I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on right now. Women have beards. That being said, we get our Phantoms update from Sam Wismer of AHL Beauties and that other guild. Let's see. Evan Barrett and Pat Nagel assigned to Reading. Noah Meyer recalled to Lehigh. Cam York, there we go, was recalled to Philadelphia. Igor Zamula's back down to Lehigh. This is very interesting, and I said this a while ago. And I think it's going to happen. If this happens, then I'm like 12-0. Artem Anisimov has been signed to an AHL contract with the Phantoms for the remainder of the season. And he was on a PTO for a while there. Flyers didn't get him, or didn't. He had a professional trial with the Flyers, and the Phantoms picked him up.
And then he got hurt.
Yeah, the Phantoms picked him up. He was lighting it up down there. And now he's with the Phantoms. And something tells me he's going to be making his way up.
Yep.
Just saying. I said it. Phantoms fell to Hartford 3-2, won against Charlotte Friday night 2-1. They also won the 2000th game for the franchise on Saturday night against Charlotte. Score was 6-1. Jesus Christ. Bring some more of them kids up. What is going on here? Hayden Hodgson received a 10-minute misconduct for abusing a fish. Why is this the first time? Was I really in that much of a fucking coma? 10-minute misconduct for abusing an official in the last 7 minutes of the game. In the AHL rulebook, this is an automatic suspension. How long the suspension is will be determined by what level the misconduct was. Sam, you got to give me some video on that shit. I'm putting that up.
I have a feeling he might have said a couple of things. I doubt he.
You think he put hands?
I mean, we've seen Nick Seeler pick up a ref and move him out of the way and continue to go fucking throw hands.
That was for his own good, though, and I think the ref kind of appreciated that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like technically,
yeah,
you could verbally abuse a ref nowadays because everybody has their feelings cards. So
funny. I'm very interested to see how that turned out. Oh, here we go. Sam, here we go.
Unless he took a fucking stick and hit him with it.
He went to the box, said words, and
Yep. That ref should be fucking ejected.
It's dumb. Like you can't say shit anymore. Like
I put in his family or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of things nowadays that have been said. Like there's a lot of like obviously the racial stuff and such like that. Like you can't say shit like that. Obviously that's can't say anything about.
But I doubt he said that.
No, but what I'm saying is you can't say that. But I mean anything else should go. You're grown ass men. Like and as officials, you're out there with like literally fucking warriors. You really think that they're not going to say some shit? Like like your wife's a whore, like that's gonna come out. Like
Yeah.
in the heat of battle here. Like anyway, that shouldn't surprise me. Ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. So into some final thought. What do you got some things written down? You're supposed to remind me about something.
Yeah, remind you about our future lineup of guests coming up.
Oh yes, I think you did that, and I still have them up. Okay, so one Luke Shen. It works. Yeah. Richard Campo is the guy who played for the Firebirds and the Philadelphia Blazers in '73, and the Philadelphia Firebirds from '75 or '74 to '77. That's gonna be interesting. So that was before the AHL was even around.
Yes.
NHL was even around. Well, not the NHL, but the AHL.
AHL.
And then we are working on a Wayne Simmons one.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna. If you've been paying attention, you'll see who's helping us do that. But I mean, yeah, you gotta pay attention for shit like that. That's what I got on that. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
Also got hopefully Rachel's family gets well.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers out to Rachel's mom, for sure. Hopefully, it all works out. And there's something else.
That was all that I had written down. Jesse has COVID, so there's that.
I did take a COVID test. It was negative for sure. But yeah, Final Thought is brought to you by Candidates. Go to www.candidates.com. Use promo code OCSN. It's actually supposed to be in capitals, and it's 20% off your tins. You can't get anything else on there but the tins. But
The tins are good. They're worth it.
Once you get some of these bad boys in the lip boomers all day long, you'll be on like we are. I could have sworn we had something else. But
You said you were going to save it for later, but I remember that part, but I don't know what it was. So it helps us absolutely none.
Yeah, later's not coming. So that being said, unless you got anything else.
Fuck you, Boston.
All right, well, that was episode 95.